All right, first is the product property. Okay, in math, what does product mean? Multiplying, right? It's multiplying. If you look here, if it's a log of two things multiplied together, mn is multiplied together, right? What you do is you add log m plus log n. You're adding. Kind of like with exponents, okay? Because these are related to exponents. You know, if you add x to the fifth power times x to the third power, it's up here on the front board, you add your exponents. Okay, same thing. Product property, when you see two things multiplied together, you can add those two logs. Okay, quotient, what's quotient mean? Right, dividing. Okay, when we multiply, we add the logs. What are you going to do when you divide? Subtract. Okay, top minus bottom. Okay, when you're dividing, you do top minus bottom. The third property is power property. That's when you have any exponent. Okay, anytime you have an exponent in the log problem, you've got to use the power property. Right, and what happens to that exponent every time? Right, it goes out front of the log. Okay, that's what this n comes out front. It's n times log of m. Okay, you might have seen that on the first page that I had up. Also, the change of base formula. This is a way, if you remember, I told you can't use the calculator to do logs. Well, the change of base formula is going to show you how you can use the calculator to do logs. We're not going to use change of base today. That's going to be on the second part of the notes, which you will be doing next class on Thursday with the sub, okay? We're just going to use the first three today. All right. So first part. On number 1 through number 3, they're going to tell us what some things are equal to. Use log base 2 of 3. Squiggly equals 1.585. All right, they're telling us the number that log base 2 of 3 equals. What squiggly equals mean? Around. All right, around, close to, approximately. Okay, it means that we rounded this. It had more numbers, but we rounded it. It's close to 1.585, but not exactly. Okay, and if you remember what logs mean, this means 2 to the 1.585 equals 3. Okay, should be about 3. 2 to the 1.585 is about 3. See, it's not exactly 3. There's some little teensy decimals, but that's what the squiggly equals means. Okay, they're just telling us. If you see log base 2 of 3, you can use this number to represent it with no logs. Okay, they're also going to tell us log base 2 of 7. Okay, they're just going to define a couple of them for us to use in the next few problems. That one is approximately 2.807. Right, they're decimals because no power of 2 gives me exactly 3. No whole number. Right, same thing. No whole number power of 2 gives me 7. Right, 2 to the third power gives me 8. The 2 to the 2.807 gives me 7. Okay, these are the numbers that we're going to use in our problems here. They've given it to us. Then they say evaluate the logarithm. We're going to use one of these three properties. Again, I already told you we're not going to use the change of base formula today. We'll use them on the next notes. So we're going to use product, quotient, or power on the next three problems. Actually, on all of the problems today. All right, so number 1. They're all going to give me log base 2. On these, you don't need to worry about the log and the base 2. You're really worrying about what comes after it. Okay, that's just going to stay the same all the way throughout the problem. You'll see. That's not going to change your answer. Number 1, log base 2 of 3 over 7. Okay, they want us to evaluate. When they say evaluate, they want me to give them a number that equals that. Okay, just a regular number, no logs, just a number answer. Okay, so Log base 2 of 3 over 7. Which of these three properties are they using here when they have 3 over 7? Product, quotient, or power?
Quotient.
Quotient, right? They're dividing. We're going to use the quotient. So I'm going to make a little note for myself. Okay, this is the quotient property. You can tell because they divided. That's the quotient property. And what the quotient property says is if you divide, if you have a log of something divided, you take log of the first one minus log of the bottom one. Sorry, log of the top minus log of the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to do log base 2 of 3, top, minus log base 2 of 7. Right, that's what the quotient property tells me right up here. And in the instructions, they already told me log base 2 of 3 is about what? 1.585. Okay, so I'm going to replace it with the number 1.585. Okay, log base 2 of 7 is 2.807. Okay, so now our answer is just going to be this minus this. Okay, now we've turned it into numbers. We've taken the logs out of it because we got the answer. Now you can just do in your calculator 1.585 minus 2.807. Go ahead and do that in your calculator. Right, this minus this. Okay, no logs. You don't need logs. You just need the numbers. 1.585 minus 2.807. Right, and I'm going to use squiggly equals because, again, we rounded on both of those. Okay, so it's approximately negative 1.222. Y'all got that?
Yes.
All right, that is our answer. Since they gave us